Sleeping on the job. Don't forget to collect your equipment. Anything left in the arena when you head to the Oscar.
When I joined the Black Pits, I knew there would be a good amount of pain involved. What I did not expect is that the pain I am going to be experiencing will be another kind of pain. I could say that most of the physical pain I experienced has been a somewhat pleasurable experience. But now I feel something else. I killed Baldur. Even though it was an unfortunate accident, she still died by my hand. Not many people can say that they killed their friend, but I was among them. I have let others down, and in doing so, I have let myself too. I realize that I am lacking emotional intelligence. I have judged others too quickly. I have not been observant enough. So from now on, I am making a promise to myself. I promise that I will not judge others so damn easily. I will try to appreciate people for who they are. I will try to stop constantly measuring others to my own standards. I think it's fair to say that I have been so full of myself to the point that I've failed to see the pain in others. I thought none of it concerns me, but this way of thinking failed me even from a pragmatic point of view. No one can rule the world without being in touch with his immediate surroundings. I regret that I did not make things right with Baldur. I haven't tried enough. But it was not the end of my horror. It wasn't long before it happened again. And again, only after seeing someone perish, I did some examination of my conscience. I failed to make my Unji someone better. She had potential. Maybe there was something I could do to elevate her a bit, instead of treating her like a simple bag of muscles. Even though I made all of those promises to myself, it was hard to keep my emotions in check. I was down in a hole. Killing all those ice creatures did not bring me any fun. Everything seemed to be washed out of orange and red color. Nax told me that she understands the way I feel, because once she lost someone who was like a family to her too. She said that the only thing that helped her, was this potion that she used to inject herself. When I was alone with myself, I thought I would try it. And then came Mort again. When I saw him that day, I somehow felt disconnected from all the negative emotions that were plaguing me, and then he told me that it is all okay. He said that I do not want to go this way. He reminded me that I have the blood of a dragon, and the blood of a dragon should not be tainted. He said that maybe it would bring me a moment of relief, but in the end it would make me all numb and muddled. He said that everyone needs me at my best. He said he needs me. He was right. He was so damn right. So I dug myself out of this wretched hole, and I felt like a phoenix rising from the ashes. I thanked Nax for her attempt to help me. We got 2 new faces on board. One of them is this beautiful warrior lady. I can't understand a word she is saying, as she can only talk a few sentences from the common tongue, and yet, Every time I see her, she is chatting with Mortigan.
Sono rapido e agile nella difesa, ma la tua morte è la mia prossima impresa.
This makes me feel very strange. But the question is, why do I care so much? The other one is very interesting. He has a very crude and powerful appearance, but his head seems like it is occupied by a mind of a most amused child, that got stuck in this monster of a creature. The missile guy told me that he actually remembers him. The story goes that he used to be a noble knight from Baldur's Gate. He was called Gordian Buthon. But he was captured and fell victim to Balor's ruthless transformation experiment. He remembers that as a human he used to be the funniest person in the tavern.
Yes?
A skeleton goes into a bar and asks the barman
Yes?
for a beer and a mop.
Alistair explained further that Baloth wanted to find out if he could create a mindless killing machine to prove if the body can triumph over mind with brute strength. But even the most buff dudes know one thing.
Rambo, you can feel totally safe because we have the most advanced weapons in the world available to us.
I've always believed that the mind is the best weapon.
The concoctor says he's become your biggest fan. He's glad you've done so well in the arena.
Speaking of the magic missile guy, Nax was extremely jealous of his power to cast his signature spell. The more I think about it, the more I realize that the ice salamanders were a test of my character, not of my power. Baloth wanted to test my pride. He hoped that in my confidence I would make mistakes. He was right. But thanks to Mortigan, we pushed forwards with more resolve and strength than ever. It was rather obvious that after dealing with the ice monsters, the fire giant will await us in the arena.
I will shatter this conjure-ike of yours, Baloth. I will watch it burn while I look upon your bones.
No less powerful than ice is flame. Protect yourselves, or prepare to burn.
So we took every possible precaution. We drank a lot of potions and cast every buff we had. After that, we were ready to fight fire with fire.
Are you ready to spill blood on the arena?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that any of the previous battles was a David vs Goliath type of fight, then you were wrong. This is your host Renzo, joined by one and only, Met Demon.
Hello everyone, it is me, Met Demon. It looks like we got new faces to introduce to our audience.
Yes, Met, please do the honors.
Ladies first then, sporting dual katanas and a longbow, it's Dahiga, a fighting pits veteran. Our second newcomer is a former Baldur's Gate knight, now cursed into a body of an orc, going by the name of Goth Lord.
Let's take a look at their stats.
As you can see, Dahiga is a well-balanced DPS warrior, while on the other hand, Goth Lord is lacking in several stats, but he is gifted with superhuman strength and condition.
those are pretty intriguing characters, and it seems that Team Burn Gloria acquired 2 frontliners, but they no longer have a cleric in their ranks.
That's right, their team consists of 3 casters, 2 fighters and a bard.
This should make this fight intriguing, as today they are facing the biggest rival of Burn Gloria, both physically and domain-wise.
I nabbed this big fellow from the plane of fire, and my, is he ever angry. I'm even having a little trouble keeping this one in check. Begin the battle before this big belligerent breaks loose.
It's the fire giant named Hoggerol, and they are on. Team Burn Gloria focus their fire on the giant, while Gothblort wards off the fire elemental. Burn Gloria goes for the glitter dust. Max casts summon monsters to tank some damage. Alasta casts Cloud Kill. But what's that? Hoggerol slams his fist into the ground and knocks out all the casters.
That's no good. They are now open for punishment. They're lucky that they are protected by stone skins and mirror images.
Gothblort and Dahiga take care of the first fire elemental, and he explodes on his death. It looks like Team Burn Gloria were prepared for this, and they take no damage. Mordegane casts Greater Illusion and it works very well. The sorcerer fires magic missile, and so does Mordegane. The fire elementals die left and right from combined powers of Dahiga and Gothblort. Kobold Commando absorbs Giant's attack. Everyone goes for the giant and his health bar disappears rapidly. Mordegane goes for the horror, which unexpectedly brings Kristoff back from the dead.
It just seems that this dude cannot die. I think he is actually immortal.
Hold Monster does not contain the giant, but it works on the fire elemental. The team continues to deal lots of damage to Hoggerol. Max casts Reduce Resistance and the giant should take even more damage. Hoggerol manages to knock out Burn Gloria, Alasta, and Mordegane. Gothblort goes off script to attack Kristoff. Dahiga brings down the fire giant with her ice out. Just for the lols. She goes off on Kristoff too. Tina's back up again and all is left to finish is the held fire elemental. Gothblort smashes 419 and ends its existence.
From now on, this tournament can only go one way.
That's totally right, and I think it's gonna be all-out war.
It appears I have miscalculated once again. I grow tired of this game. Begone! You are beginning to bother me.